Louie, you gonna call me, man? You gonna come hang out with me? Kind of busy? All right. You like my cup? Louie, you like my cup?
Cool. Blue and black and red.
What's it say, man? It says Trump. What's my name? Oh, wow. Fish is coming to town, huh? Fish.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're gonna play in Hollywood.
Oh wow.
I think. And Disco Biscuits and. You really ought to come and fellowship with me up where I'm at. It help me and it'd probably help you. I got money, man. I'll treat you to something up there. Could use like some support from this fucking place. Nah, not really. What else do you think I could do to that, huh?
Green on the bottom.
Green on the bottom? Okay, that's a good idea. Have green, I know that. I don't know if green's gonna show up over that. Well, I'm gonna try. Because I got blue there, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It kind of gives that green look. Could melt it on there, maybe. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Oh.
How are you? Well,
Yes, he did it one time. What's up, Corday?
Well, hey, what are you doing?
Nothing.
You meet Evan?
No.
He's new with us.
Hey, welcome, Evan. Welcome. Evan.
Hi, Evan. I'm Eric. I shake hands. Nice to meet you, Eric. Nice to meet you, too.
Michael, how are you?
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
You-hoo. Yeah.
That silly pictures of yours heading up the whole year in the album.
It's what? I didn't.
You haven't been into the album?
I haven't yet. I don't know how to do that. But
I would hope you just tap it and you go into it.
But no, I gotta
It's not
join.
working.
I gotta join it, I think.
I don't know. Let me show you.
But you said I'm heading it, or what was it that I'm doing, or? Okay, well, you got time.
I'm gonna go down.
Fair enough. Yeah, show me what you got. That's kind of cool.
This year. This is this year. The very beginning, New Year's.
Okay. Let me go.
There you are.
See
the
this.
very
Yeah, I still have the hat. It's in my home. Gotta go clear my throat. Bam. Hi, sir.
You brought 2 boxes of them?
Anybody in here? Well, okay. I didn't see it.
Did you come in?
No, I didn't see you come in.
Go ahead, Joey. What are you
No, I'm waiting on him.
We're all waiting on you.
Well, I'm waiting on the crapper. Like the crapper. No, I'm kidding.
If you don't crap, it's a crapper.
All right?
That part. Oh, wow. Ooh. I love my white walls to be white. It ain't a pride thing.
I can't see the white walls on the car.
Really?
No.
Because of the work needed to
Well,
do.
no, I don't mind doing it. I
Oh.
just can't stand them.
Okay. I love them. I love white walls.
I got white walls on too, and they don't stay white walls.
Sir. I can turn it down.
In fact, I think I was even on the
Wow.
I was here, huh? He was up at maybe it was his sister's apartment up by Studio City or something, and somebody took Who was that? No, I'm not saying Dave knows.
I'm not a
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's Brad Jenkins. When I came into the program, he's one of the people I met very sober when I met him. Yeah. And I met him at NWA. So, you must have pulled him into this. He was here when I came down there at the marina. I'm down below there. We did. Yeah, Yeah, well, early on when I first came into that meeting, there was a couple times he was the leader. And I connected with his family share. He had a lot of family shares and stuff, and that just kind of went right to me.
Okay, I would like to wish my first born son
Right. And get through it. Right.
Yo, good morning.
I think it's such a neat He was off.
Man.
No, Jack Jordan is gone. Yep, I went to his memorial. Yep. Jack Jordan and Randy commit to I had to dress down or dress specially to go into that. It was the police unit. That's where you had to dress a certain way. You got to take them down. Life stretchers up out there. That's funny.
Light. Star. Should be a star. Should be a star.
But sometimes I want to 12.
Everybody has
Good morning. Cool hoodie.
I did? That's what I really stopped there for. And I walked through the doors and smelled the coffee.
What are you doing walking me down? How you doing? Oh, good. What's up, my friend? How are you?
Edit. Hi, Mindy. Yeah. You want a hug? Hug. Hey, what do you want to do? Shake a hand.
Oh God, dogs. Dogs are not allowed in the
Roof? Dogs don't bother nobody.
Yeah, they're not allowed in the room. Bother the hell out of me.
Do they bother you?
Yeah, because it's prohibited. This is not a zoo.
You like my cup?
That's what I said. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Mindy.
Sandra.
Hey, Ruff.
Brian, I made all 4 doors last night. Yeah, well, the ground was real full today. The ground was still damp, so I made it good.
Okay, are you on the way to work or wherever you're going inside? Pick up a purple hat, think of me. Those are the best ones, yeah.
Those were some weird German pizza.
Dropping the kids off. Work. Yeah, mostly, yeah, but I made all 4 doors as well last night. Yeah.
Like the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you turn that radio down or off, please? Thank you.
Anything for you, Steve. I'm here for you.
Hey, Gina, Adam said you wanted to read.
Hi. Norton is effective, piggish.
Good, how are you?
Blood. Cut sucks. Faulty cut. What's wrong, Dave?
What's your mess?
Oh, get over yourself.
What's your mess? You get over yourself.
No.
Get back up the fucking hall.
Shut the fuck up. Louis. Oh, okay. This 21.
He really is.
21.
I never did one. I never. He's much more. He's very good.
Today's Thursday. It's pretty busy. Wow. Kind of cool.
Huh? It took me a minute. I was like, they'll just sit at screen for you. You don't want to practice. Just be like, I'm Rosa.
Rosa, I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you?
Hey, we're at kind of a meeting here, guys.
Grant me this serenity. Cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Oh my God. Oh.
Men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they can solve their common problems and help others to solve their requirements for membership with desires we are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution. It's not willing to engage in any controversy. Our primary purpose is to stay sobriety. The main purpose of the Thursday 7 a.m. meeting is to give AA members an opportunity to start their day with a rededication to sobriety and to not in any way so much toward reliving the past as toward developing the appropriate attitudes for living successfully. I've asked Diane to read chapter 5 how it works from Book of
Diane.
both being honest with themselves. They are self-unfortunate. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands a rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from great emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our story disclosed in a general way, what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are right now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to but we could not. We thought urgent that our command would be begging Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, especially and powerful. Without hope, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures avail us nothing. Instead, at the turning point, we ask his protection and care with complete abandon. There are steps we took which are suggested as the program are equivalent. 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol that our lives become unmanageable. 2. Can we believe they power greater than ourselves to restore sanity? 3. Made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7. Humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. 8. Make everything we have learned and became willing to make amends to them all. 9. Redirect amends to such people wherever possible. And meditation to the conscious process, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry it out. 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to study as much as alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, what an order, I can't go through with it. Do not be discouraged. No one among us has anything like prejudice guarantees principles. We are not free. The point is that we are willing to go along with the line. The principles we have set down are guides to progress, whose name spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapters to the agnostic time, our personal adventures, before and after make clear certain ideas. A. The real alcoholics who cannot manage their own life. B. The pride and their attitude to alcoholism. And C.
But it would be worth God.
Hi, Rosa.
Rosa.
My willing, commending, interacting person or my decisive? What about gossip or taking other members of inventory?
What's that? To do it. Good job. Better do that. Take away my difficulty. Have victory over them. Your witness. Power, love, way of life. Do that with. But good morning, my name's Eric, I'm an alcoholic. Yeah. Feel like one. Good morning, and never shut up. My name's Eric, I'm a grateful alcoholic from Hollywood. Thank you, I feel like that. And I'm welcome. not.
Okay. I got
Uh,
today's lesson from a daily group last week.
tough crowd, huh?
Freedom from Freedom to. We're going to know a new freedom. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 83. Freedom for me is both freedom from and freedom to. The first freedom I enjoy is freedom from slavery of alcohol. What a relief. Let it begin to experience freedom from fear. Of economic security, failure, love and to be loved, and freedom to live spiritually. But how can I achieve these things? Bishop clearly says that freedom I'm halfway through making not only one old freedom of doing what I please without regard to others, new freedom that allows fulfillment of promises in my life. What a joy to be free.
Hey, we celebrate birthdays for alcoholics. Let's go around the room and just starting on my right.
Jason Ward, alcohol. Jason. From my Jody, alcoholic. You guys messed up.
Let's fix it. Let's fix it.
I'm an alcoholic, Diane.
Diane alcoholic.
Louis Miko, happy, grateful alcoholic.
Teresa alcoholic.
Alcoholic named Eric.
Bob Peterson, alcoholic.
Adam alcoholic again.
Steve Jones, alcoholic.
Gina alcoholic. Okay, we celebrate birthdays for alcoholics. Right. We're celebrating birthday. You wanted 3 minutes? Are there any alcoholics?
Gina. Me too.
My home group, I love the Marine Pacifica morning meetings. Monday night meetings will always be my home. I grew up here in Long Beach. Fremont Elementary School, and I went 2 weeks to Wilson. I found out I was pregnant, and they sent me to Reed. I think I lasted about a month at Reed. And, I was very young. I was running away very early on, 9th grade. I hardly ever went to 9th grade. I don't even know why they passed me. I remember my first experience with drinking drugs and alcohol. I was drinking Jack Daniels. I ended up, at this house, and I was passed out, and I think I threw up on this bed. And I remember they put me in the garage on this house with this other guy, and he had been drinking Mickey's Big Mouth. And I just remember, so anyway, I would never drink Jack Daniels again. That was the problem. And I escalated, to the other stuff, right? 7 and 7, Southern Comfort, peppermint schnapps, that was real big.
That'll do it.
Really what I found was I could not control my behavior. When I was drinking, I would lose all control. So I really loved drugs. I felt more in control, and then I could use the alcohol and the pills to come down. But my dad left, my mom and I when I was 9. We went on welfare, and we had to move down to a one-bedroom apartment. When my dad left, my mom started drinking heavily, and she would drink the honey bucket. And I just was, I don't know, they call them latchkey kids these days, but I was just, on my own schedule. I had my Schwinn Cruiser, my DoorDash jeans, and I was off and running, and I would just ride my bike everywhere around town. And, after that point, it was really hard for my mom to get control of me again. She moved us to my grandma's house in Park Estates and tried to lay down some rules, and that's when I started running away. And last stop is always grandma's house, which is where I ended up later on. I lived miles out of grandma's house, but yeah, I just felt alone. My mom and dad were members of this cult on 7th Street called Morningland. I don't know if you've ever driven by there, but it's like all boarded up, and they do I don't know what they do.
Probably kill kids.
And I was going with my mom and dad. They were doing astrology and yoga. My dad was a drummer in the band and ran the printing presses, and they'd have these Om all night, sessions, and it was really cool, and I loved being a part of the kids there. Because we would just run around and do everything. But there was a lot of dark, sinister stuff going on behind the scenes that I was not aware of. And so my dad left, and he got remarried and started another family. And, there's some pictures of me of the change of me, right? Before dad and after dad, right? And then, my poor mother, my attitude, are there any kids in here? Fuck you, what are you gonna do? You can't tell me, you can't make me do anything. And I was very defiant. And all I wanted to do was party. There were, people were going to the Whiskey a Go-Go, and I was 14, and I ran into Steve, over there, Steve Jones, he was part of the older crowd that I was
there you go.
lots of drugs, I have one story, guys. This is Alcoholics Anonymous, and in his work, I have replaced that word alcohol sometimes with heroin or slamming speed or whatever your gig was. This program will work for you. And I don't want to share too long, but what happened is I ended up going to North Carolina to get away from Long Beach. Took myself with me, started bringing stuff on the plane, and I was going to get back on the heroin again, and I ended up coming back here on a Greyhound bus, moving with grandma, my mom. My mom was going to Alcoholics Anonymous. She asked me, do you want to go to Monday Night Seal Beach with me? And that was my fork in the road looking back. But my last drink was at my grandma's house. I had brandy in my car. getting ready to go back and tell everybody, I'm back in town. You know, I didn't really have anybody, but I was gonna go see Hector and get started, you know.
Hector.
And, you know, I said I'd go to this meeting, and I got a sponsor that first night, and she was totally my opposite. I was walking with Melissa the other day, she said she's goth, like mine. I was heavy metal headbanger, and my first sponsor was total goth. And, you know, if you looked at us, we were total opposites, but we both suffered from the disease of alcoholism. And I threw myself into this program with both feet. And people were talking about pink clouds yesterday. I was on a pink cloud for about 10 years. Hated me. I was just way too happy to be sober. And Frank Honeycutt used to say, if you're happy to be here, you probably you know it. Here I am. You know, we just do the deal around here. We do all the little potlucks. But it's one drunk talking to another, and I've learned some things later on now. You know, after moving to Texas, and my husband's still working here, and being here with all his friends and people, and I was out there, I had my grandbabies out there, but, and I hadn't gone to AA for 2 years, I was 20 years sober, 24 to 26. It was like a new awakening for me, just on a kind of a different spiritual plane, you know, and I needed to get there. Because at the end of the day, it's me and God. And I needed that with my higher power. And I just feel softer and gentler and, you know, more easygoing. If you put me in a corner, I will stand up and fight. I love this other gal, and I'll shut up after you. She said, I'm not going to lay down like a dog and say I'm sorry. If you back me into a corner, I'm going to give you my opinion. And because I have opinions, you know, we're all different, and it's okay. And, you know, Alcoholics Anonymous has given me so much. I have a beautiful life, and can't wait to hear the rest of you share. I'll take hands in a minute, okay?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I approve. God, there's so many jerks here in this meeting. It's so amazing. How rude, I mean, how evil they are here. It's really sad. I mean, they're not even doing the AA program, they're doing the opposite.
Brother, he goes, you always have a job here. He goes, just go to you. That's right. You always have a job. See what I needed to do. And, I feel like I got it taken care of the whole day. And I had my boys in the car, and I was kind of moving to riding with my boys, I took the yard sale. stopped doing one and do it right now. Had a mistake that. He's like, why don't you come work for me? And I said, hell yeah. And that's how it started. And man, you just, you know, in the middle of your sobriety, I stopped. The problem with that was I stopped going to meetings. I don't mean to be long-winded, but I stopped going to meetings and focused on that. And it got scary. It got really scary. You guys all know the story. And I felt that demon, and I'm like, it was hard to come back to these guys. It was hard sitting me for first. You guys remember the peg leg I had? And, I had this peg leg apparatus that I lived through here, and you know, some days I'd have to leave because the pain got so great. You know, because I'm just on but I just want to thank you guys. I love these things you guys say my life again. I said, get back to morning, get back to morning, get back to morning. And today I'm working. I made time for this today. Like, you know what? I schedule everything up. But the more I love you, the more I do. And anyway, thank you.
Oh, Pastor.
Victoria Alcoholic.
Victoria.
Thanks for your lead. I actually didn't know all the younger versions of you. That was yeah. I'm glad that you made it. So I just where I'm at right now. I'm so grateful for this program, and if you're new, what I'm going to say may not make sense, but I had my mom died. Late Tuesday night. I found out yesterday, but I got to make an amends to her. And what does that mean? That means that I got to tell her years ago what kind of person what kind of daughter I wanted to be, and because I wasn't that daughter to her throughout the years, and those were things that I drank over, like fuck my mom, she's an awful human, I'm gonna go drink, or you know, I deserve to drink because I grew up with this, or all of those excuses, and so, you know, the amends was like really weird. She was not a very healthy person, but that was her journey, and so I got to make that amends to her. So when I got the news, we had and AA teaches you about boundaries, healthy boundaries, and but also allows you to learn what detaching with love is. And it's really hard until you walk through it. It's just words. But when I got the news, I was able to feel only like slightly guilty, only slightly, because I can't carry the weight of someone else's choices. And AA, and especially, you know, it was mentioned a higher power this morning. You know, those things like I'm here this morning. This is where my feet are trained. This is what I do. And you know, I spent the afternoon yesterday because I was pregnant, and I didn't want to cause like the baby like a whirlwind of emotions. And I don't know what death is like for everybody, but it never comes at a good time, and sometimes it's a relief, like I'm kind of relieved for her, she's not in pain anymore, but at the same time, like, it's a very sad thing to go through. and that's okay. And I have a place to do it. And if you're struggling today and you're just like, girl, put down the alcohol or the drugs, this is where it happens. This is where the magic happens. And it really just happens one day at a time and learning how to be present. And it's the best gift, at least that I gave myself with my higher power. And it's highly recommended for everybody in the room. Thank you.
Your share. One was the mention of the honey bucket. I love talking old school beer bars. I spent a lot of time in there. And the other one, freedom is the greatest gift that you get with sobriety and you didn't really have any choices. Freely, don't have to avoid people. I just have all the freedoms in the world. And that's a big deal. Big deal. It was through working the steps. When I did my 4 steps, I thought, that's when the magic happened. What really happened for me, anyway, is I fell apart of the group. When I did the 9th step, that's when things really came to life. I'm glad you mentioned that.
You'll feel better afterwards and burn it.
How about the gallon of green?
I know I want to share. Hey, Jen. Can I share? I eagerly want to have a drink. Hey, Mary.
Thinking about it, and before my answer was, or I didn't let the answer was the answer for me, but I didn't quite let it be the answer for me because I only buy enough.
thanks for your lead. Welcome to happy birthday to people that didn't stand up and visitors and all that stuff. I get stuck on weird stuff. I appreciate your lead. Jordache jeans were the ones with the seam that went up and around, right? Yeah.
Dittos. Dittos. No, those are
dittos. Which ones were those? Those were dittos.
Yes.
Right, okay. All right. So now that that's straight, let's get back to the variety. Yeah. Stuff on weird stuff, yeah. Dittos though, right?
Right.
Wow. No, Mary, I love it. Freedom. That was a great share. There's a lot of great shares in here, and you know, I'm guilty of the sin of crosstalk. That's all, you know. That's all I can do. But you're absolutely right. That's what sobriety gave me was freedom. You know, the drinking and party favors had gotten to the point where it was a ball and chain. You know, you're constantly having to get stuff and hide stuff and eat too much, but make sure you got enough. And still trying to function, and it really was a huge ball and chain. And when I finally, 14 and a half years ago, came in here without a court card and sat down and actually listened and started to read the stuff on the wall, and the freedom is there. The freedom to live your life and not be chained to something that's just so negative. So I hope everybody gets that and have a wonderful day. Thanks for letting me share.
Good job.
Someone who was part of the promises, and it's nice, it's inspirational. I could try to work that to the best of my ability. I've been having like some quality of life issues, and like I've got over 13 years in recovery among some other nice assets, but I mean, for some reason it's like been really hard for me to keep my head above water. And I felt weird saying this. I was at like a Zoom meeting last night, but I kind of I'm trying to like get a hold of somebody in particular, or like a type of person in particular that can help me with like issues like that isn't a spot. It feels weird saying that, but like in my experience, just as like a person with like a dual diagnosis, like sometimes people that work with me, like they also have a dual diagnosis. Like they'll be a counselor, but they have lived experience as in like alcoholic or addict, and like that type of thing like helps me a little better. So it hasn't been my experience all the time that like if I like work a step or like concentrate on a step or study it or like do the step work, that like all of a sudden there's like a like aha moment where like everything's okay. Like sometimes like even with all that work, like doing like a step 10 or 11 consistently, as an example, like that's one of the things that I do. Like I've got like, it is possible, like for me, it's my experience to like have some major issues to struggle with, but like I've been around for a minute. Like I'm not an old timer yet, but like I know enough to like when shit happens, or even when shit doesn't happen, just like utilize my recovery tools, utilize my mental health tools, and like just like power through it the best that I can. Like I don't want to like go back to like drinking or using, because like my under the bridge would probably be like move back to the East Coast and live with my like elderly father, and kind of good situation. And just like losing hope. Like I know like that's the first thing that would happen is like I like lose hope and like feel like Alice in the 1950s version of like Alice in Wonderland, when she's like just falling through the rabbit hole. Like, no, that's okay, I'll pass. Like I'll just do anything that I can to stay physically sober, and then hopefully I'll see like the light at the end of the tunnel, like if I struggle with anything. But like luckily, I don't have like additional craziness that's like from the direct result of like drinking and using. So I'll pass that. Thanks for letting
freedom to be able to go where I want and be able to look, anybody in the eye and know that I'm doing the best I can. That's what I've gotten since I've been here. I was on a trip last week with my kids, and I had a long period of sobriety few years back, and I'm realizing the longer I stay sober that the reason I have the relationship that I have with my kids is because of that period, you know, that I had with them, raising them in a sober, you know, healthy home. And those relationships, you know, are the most valuable things in my life today. It's not the money, it's not the whatever. It's the relationship with the friends and the family that I have. And I have a family in here, you know, as well, that come to be so sorry for your loss. And I love that you're here, and you're an inspiration to me, a lot of people. But I'm just lucky to be here, you know. I'm very grateful for all that I have today. That's all I got. Thanks, man.
I know I do. Of course you will. Why wouldn't you?
What I heard in your, thanks for calling on me, but what I heard in your share and what I've been thinking about is turning points. Because you mentioned about how it took me a long time to get to a turning point. I definitely thought I could muscle my way through sobriety, just like it says in the book. I did not think I was powerless. It took me a long time to realize that I was acting powerless, even though on the outside it did not look like that. I just tried to muscle my way through everything. And what I was describing was that when something happened in my life, I could hear like a bell ring, like Pavlov's dog, like if this, then this. If this, then this. If this, then this. And like you said, you know, my mom dies, anything. My mom didn't die, but anything to make me drink. And that is powerlessness. That is powerlessness. And the other day, I've been like 2.5 years sober, and the other day I was trying to get out of a parking structure. And I put the ticket in, and I put my credit card in, you know, and it wouldn't take it. And then, so I pressed cancel. Comes out. Try it again. 4 or 5 times. Over and over. Keep saying my ticket's upside down. I could hear the bell ringing. The bell started ringing. And I was, you know what I mean? Anyways, I actually flipped out. Like, I really did flip out. And, tried to get out of my car. Of course, my door's up against the thing. I wanted to get I'm calling for the parking attendant. I mean, all hell's breaking loose, you know? Oh, like, because when I put the ticket back in, it said it was $1 more because it had taken this much time. So that made me lose my shit. And I pulled Karen. I pulled my car over. I pocket. It was probably on TikTok, I'll tell you that. Anyways, all because I heard that damn bell ring. You know what I mean? And if there was a drink right there, I maybe would have taken it. But thankfully I didn't, because I had a turning point in my sobriety. I got sober. I had to go to rehab. I was making choices where I was going to doctor's appointments and I was drinking right before it or doing other things right before going to an ENT. I did other things all night one time before I went to a doctor, an ENT doctor, and he said, "How long have you been stopped?" And I said, 6 months. He says, "I think I see some up there." Yeah. So I went to rehab, and I still didn't get this thing. I still could hear the bell ringing, and I was white knuckling this thing at first. Until one day, I saw the reason that my bell was ringing. In the flesh. It was the person I had a resentment against. I told this story the other day. I saw him in the flesh. I hadn't seen him in 20 years. He's just been a figment of my imagination. I saw him in the flesh. I freaked out. I heard that bell ringing. But I was at work. And I was in my uniform. And I was supposed to act normal. And I was buttoned up. And I locked myself in a hot car. And I couldn't get out of the car. I couldn't stay in the car. It was burning hot. It was in the middle of the sun, in the middle of the day. I was crying and freaking out and just absolutely panicked. I was going to panic, so for my panic attack, I don't feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like I wanted to die. I wanted to die so bad right then. I wanted to drink, but I wanted to die with a drink. And in that moment, I just asked for help from God. And that was my turning point. I had to get to that spiritual turning point. And everything changed after that, you know? And I wouldn't say that the bell doesn't ring. I just explained it does. But now I have a 50-50 shot. The thing is, the doors, one door is a tiny little door, you know? The other door is a giant door of opposite. So those doors have changed. And so for that, I'm so grateful to Alcoholics Anonymous. And it's coming here, speaking your truth, and getting the suggestions from all of you that has helped me and turned my life around and my higher power. So thank you.
Just wrecking my hand with that. Your name? Steve, come on, let's hear all about it.
You know, I look at Gina, I knew Gina when she was a 14, 15-year-old, like she shared about, and what a startling metamorphosis that occurred because of this program and Alcoholics Anonymous. And she gives me a target, Tama, because, you know, I want to be like her. And, you know, what happened when I got here was, you know, I was done. And, you know, alcohol and drugs, I truly believe were just a symptom of my problem. My problem was me. You know, the way that I thought, the way that I had to do things. And, you know, when I first got into this program, you know, I'd work the steps, but I'd work it, I'd shimmy around this one, shimmy around that one, and kind of not really do all that one. And I fully give myself to this program, and I paid for it. And once I got tired of paying the price, and I decided that, you know, well, you know, because I always live by the creed of there's the right way, there's the wrong way, and there's my way. And when I realized that my way didn't work in recovery, and I gave myself fully to the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, my life changed. And, you know, they don't say it anymore, but when I went after this thing, like only the dying could. Because I knew that if I stayed out there, I was going to die. And I worked thoroughly and honestly and very honest with myself. You know, and that was, you know, I could bullshit myself better than I could bullshit anybody. I could always convince myself to do it, and nobody needed to know that. Nobody needed to know that. And, you know, that still wasn't true. And, you know, when I got honest with myself, you know, everything started getting better. The recession was lifted. You know, it was like the clouds parted and I saw the light. And, you know, I just keep walking towards the light. And, you know, I say this from time to time. God's got a funny way of letting you know He's in charge. And, you know, they used to say, you know, tell him what you want to do. To me, it's like, you know, God said, you know, you get to live, son, but here's your bill. You know, and I've suffered a couple of strokes. My liver doesn't work. My kidneys don't work. But I'm still here kicking. And I'm not looking for